NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
Screen Printing Newcastle is the place to go for signs, shirts, hats, vinyl lettering, embroidery, magnets, vehicle lettering, banners, window decals, and they can put your design on many items. They have decals for vehicles and signs for all your advertising needs. Great selection of sizes and styles of regular or glitter t-shirts. R&A can iron on a logo while you wait and can do any school logo. R&A Screen Printing, 1217 Moravia Street, Newcastle, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Call 724-652-2240.
Today's program was furnished by a grant from the Beanery Depot and Deli, featuring coffee, made-to-order subs, and snacks. The Beanery Depot and Deli in Mahoningtown.
Welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner, everybody. I'm Alex Laverson, and Angelo. I'm experiencing something right now, and I'm not sure what it is. Could it be optimism? Like, as a Pitt fan, could I be optimistic? And I think it might have something to do with Pitt having a new basketball coach, and that basketball coach is Jeff Capel from Duke, and he was the head coach in waiting basically for Mike Krzyzewski. And Angelo, I love the hire, man. I love it. He's known as one of the best recruiters in college basketball. He signed in for 7 years, and he probably needed that guarantee to build up the mess that is Pitt basketball. But do you think I should be optimistic, or do you think I'm just gonna get my heart broken again?
This is Pitt.
Okay.
Pitt is it. It is Pitt. Expect it.
So, you're saying I should just expect disaster as always?
I'm saying that Pitt's a football school.
As we talk about every show.
And the Pete doesn't get filled.
I think it will, though, especially with this guy. Okay, he's 43 years young. And yes, listen, Pitt, as of right now, is definitely a football school. But with the hiring of Jeff Capel from Duke, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this guy's name right because I'm so excited. This could bring back the Peterson Event Center to full capacity the way it was in the Big East days. He's a great recruiter. He was going to be the next Mike Krzyzewski. Now, here's the thing, too. He probably still will be. I think Coach K has about 5 years left. You know what I mean? And when he retires, I'm sure Jeff will, bounce from Pitt over to Duke. But listen, if he could get Pitt stabilized within those 5 years, I'm happy with it.
I just don't see it happening there, If Santa Claus was Mrs. Claus, then all the reindeer get fed.
But okay, here's one thing, though. I said last week that Pitt, it was a good indication that Pitt was willing to pay for Dan Hurley. Of course, Dan Hurley took the UConn job, and, hey, more power to him. UConn was a better job. Whoa.
I recall somebody saying that last week.
Yeah, well, yes, you were right. Dan Hurley, yes. Yes, okay.
I was right.
Oh, Duke's a better program, I should say. Duke's a better program. I think,
a lot better? Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying this is a good job for Jeff Capel. This is going to be his second head coaching job. Or no, his third, because he was the head coach at VCU, and he did really well at VCU. He also was the head coach at Oklahoma. He did good his first few years, and then I think his last year he did, it was really, really rough. I think he went 0-18 or something like that, then got resigned. There was some type of issue there. But that's when, he had Blake Griffin. And, hey, you gotta love him for bringing in Blake Griffin. Goes to show how good of a recruiter he is. Unless Blake Griffin going there wasn't really, his doing. But the point is, Pitt got someone who is a great recruiter, and got someone who has head coaching experience. And Angelo, if you go on Twitter, social media, every sports writer, every sports media member is praising Pitt for this hire. Pitt and Heather Lyke, their athletic director, they were in such a bad position. They lost out on Hurley. They couldn't hire Sean Miller. They were looking bad, like really bad. And now they're coming out smelling like roses. And you know what? Even if this guy doesn't really end up doing well at Pitt, for the time being, they pulled off a really great hire.
In other words, if he doesn't win a game,
he's going to win a game.
He's a really great hire.
Well, I'm saying at the time, it's a very optimistic hire. It's a really good hire. Everyone is praising this hire. Everyone is saying this is one of the best candidates they could have gotten, and no one thought he was going to leave Duke. And this guy's turned down other head coaching jobs the past few years. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm elated. I'm happy. I'm optimistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And Angelo, listen, I know I'm a Pitt fan, but Pitt fans, believe it or not, once in a while can be optimistic. Okay? They're allowed...
You watch Penn State win the NIT.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a break after hearing that. So we'll take a break. I'm going to go mouthwash real quick. And now a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Angelo Parada here for Croakers, Kegs, and Corks. And if that's not a mouthful, nothing is. But when you need a mouthful of that special brew, it's Croakers, Kegs, and Corks. Nothing tastes better than when you make it yourself. And I do some of that brew myself quite often. I like doing it. It's a great hobby, and it's something you can do. Croakers, Kegs, and Corks, located right in Union Township. Give them a try.
This program furnished by the MAD Unit, Mobile Auto Detailing. See Michael Sad at themadunit.com. Funding provided by Main Street Clothiers and Tailors, Washington Street, Newcastle.
No, you intentionally did that because you're upset I'm having a good day. You're upset I'm having a good day as a Pitt fan, and you trying to embarrass me. I know how you work. I've been with you for a couple of years now. I know how you operate.
Now,
all right?
Listen, is there any truth to the rumor that Bill Belichick threw the Super Bowl?
Which one? The last one?
No, he threw the one he won.
Well, no, he lost 2 other Super Bowls, didn't he? Yeah, he lost 3 Super
They're
Bowls.
saying because he didn't.
What a loser, right? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
They're saying because he didn't start the right quarterback.
Oh, listen.
I'm just.
Why would he want to lose the Super Bowl?
Because he was mad because he wanted to keep his quarterback, and he's a spiteful kind of guy.
Listen, if he is that petty to intentionally throw the Super Bowl over having his backup quarterback being forced to be traded by the owner, that would be the ultimate level of petty to throw the Super Bowl. I can't imagine Bill Belichick would throw the Super Bowl. And listen, if he was going to throw the Super Bowl, Ange, don't you think he would have did something more, more impactful? Like,
well, I don't know. That seemed pretty impactful to me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if he really wanted to just be a jerk, I mean, it'd be kind of obvious. Like, if he didn't start Tom Brady or did something stupid. Yeah, but like I can't imagine, like not starting that corner. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't know. I still think he's set up to be the coach of the Giants before he retires sometime. I'd still love to see that.
The San Francisco Giants, or
yeah, he's going to be coaching baseball for the San Francisco Giants,
well,
the New York Football Giants.
I personally think, as we segue into baseball, that the Pirates have made the correct move in getting better food at the stadium.
Well, that's all. That's the only.
Because who wants to barf up bad food if the Bucks are losing?
Well, yeah, you're gonna be. You're gonna be barfing at the product that's gonna be on display at PNC Park, number one. But listen, I can't. That's all they have right now. That's all they've had really the majority of their, existence the last few decades. PNC Park, firework night, good food. You had your handful of winning seasons. You went to the playoffs, and now we got to wait another 20-some years or whatever until they're going to be competitive again.
Muskrat sees his shadow.
But Angelo, listen, it's funny you actually brought that up. Because I was having a conversation with a couple of my buddies. Yes, believe it or not, I do have friends. Not the most normal friends, but they're friends nonetheless.
They're all Notre Dame guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Notre Dame fans would want to be friends with Pitt fans. But anyway, listen. We were talking about if you were given tickets to go to the Pirates game, and I think we talked on this before in one of our previous episodes, would you go? Because I have a couple friends who love the Pirates, but they love them so much to the point where they feel like they can't support their organization anymore. They don't want to give money to nothing. They're not going to go to a game this year. I can't disagree with that.
You know what? The question I have is Charlotte in search of a team?
Maybe.
In the last, I don't know if you've noticed, but yesterday in Major League Baseball, everybody except the Cleveland Indian tribe there that's not allowed to call themselves a tribe or have a wahoo on their hat played like a rival. Like LA, the Angels and the Dodgers played. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia played. Miami played Miami and Florida. Okay. And I noticed on the schedule that there were some possible expansion type games. And I'm going to kind of give you...
Are you going to support one of these expand... Are you going to support...
And I'm going to...
Go ahead.
I'm just going to mention this. Okay? And I'm looking through, and I believe I have to get to the correct day. Las Vegas at the New York Mets. Charlotte at home against Chicago. Omaha at home against Kansas City.
Well, aren't those like
San Diego
minor league
at El Paso? They asked Cleveland to go there, but they said, "Well, we'll El Paso."
Well,
you like that one?
That was a good one. I don't know how I didn't foresee where you're going with that. I'm actually ashamed of myself.
Norfolk.
Right.
The only one that Cleveland played the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
Like Oakland played San Francisco. They're across the bay from each other. I mean, it just... Cincinnati played Texas. Now, wouldn't it have made sense for Texas to play Arizona and Cincinnati to play Cleveland? Probably. But I just noticed that when that popped out, like everybody played a minor league team. Okay, and the only one that got canceled was Omaha. And Las Vegas beat the Mets 5-3 in 7.
Dude, I don't even know why you're invested with these spring ball results right now, because
Well, because it was this is a forerunner to what we're going to do with North County baseball.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say this might be a forerunner to Pittsburgh Pirates baseball, because we're gonna be pretty much watching spring league team ball at PNC Park this
Hey,
year.
I want to know if I can get everybody out there to watch North County baseball on NCTV45.
I'll be watching.
And we'll rate it against those Pirate telecasts.
It wouldn't even be so much of me not watching the Pirates as me not wanting to give them money. Although, obviously they would get some revenue from people viewing it, I understand. But, in terms
Give
of...
them money for an inferior product.
Yeah.
Which has no value.
Yeah. But anyway, let's take a break right now, because this was your way of killing my optimism for Pitt by bringing up depressing Pirates baseball. So that's why you randomly brought this into the second segment.
We'll be right back.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target.
Welcome back to the Cedars Sports Corner, everybody. Angelo, are you excited for some Final Four basketball?
Well,
Why are you?
got something for you.
Why are you making us listen to this?
That is the Duquesne University fight song. Hurrah for the red and blue. Go Dukes. And I just thought I'd play that.
We're talking about the
Because I
final.
knew you were going to tell me about Pitt basketball. So I had to tell you that Duquesne is looking very optimistic, as they've had a banner season and looking forward to next year.
I root for Duquesne too. I am all for rooting for the local Pittsburgh schools that are smaller. Duquesne,
So you
Robert
are
Morris.
gonna root for them against Pitt.
I'm not against Pitt. Although I wouldn't be upset terribly if they beat Pitt, because they're a local school. But when they're not playing Pitt, I'll be pulling hard for our local Pittsburgh schools to, make an NCAA tournament run possibly.
Do you think West Virginia will venture north to play the Panthers?
I want nothing to do with West Virginia. I hate when they come to Pittsburgh. Their fans are so mean, and they are rude, and they leave a mess everywhere they go. I'm probably alienating a lot of our viewers who are West Virginia fans, but I don't care. We don't want you anyway. I'm just kidding. I don't. He does. But anyway, listen. West Virginia, you got to give them props. They made the tournament. They're a school that I feel like they usually know what they're doing. So they've been a step ahead of Pitt for a while now. But in terms of let's stick to college basketball real quick. Let's talk about
Will the Steel Bowl come back then?
the Steel Bowl.
That's a little before your time, but that puts Penn State, West Virginia, Pitt, and Duquesne
For basketball.
in a tournament. They have a tournament
Why would Duquesne be clumped in there?
because they're in Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, but what about Robert Morris?
They were never clumped in there before.
Oh. Well, I'll root for anyone over West Virginia, so especially Duquesne, okay? West Virginia is not part of Pittsburgh. Why would they be in this bowl? Replace West Virginia with Robert Morris. Wait a minute. So it'd be Pitt, Duquesne, Robert Morris. Who would the fourth team be?
Penn State.
Penn
The
State.
Steel Bowl was always Penn State, West Virginia, Duquesne. Duquesne, and Pitt. That was always down, unless you're going
What-
to change the format.
Why do I feel like we're missing a fourth, somewhat local Pittsburgh school?
Because
Like
it was about the schools that were good basketball schools.
Well, yeah, I guess you could count Penn State because they have a branch campus, I think, in the Pittsburgh area anyway. But listen, let's talk Final Four real quick. Loyola and Sister Jean, the Ramblers. How could you not be excited about them? They're in the Final Four. Everyone loves when a small school gets to the Final Four. And you gotta love this whole Sister Jean thing. You gotta love it, right?
Hey, you know, I'm all for the small schools. I think it should be that you win your conference you're in.
Tournament or the... Oh, you like the tournament. I think it should be the regular
You
season
know.
champ.
Now,
But-
just to give you a little background here. Okay. This was the headline, December 17th. Duquesne victor over Pitt, 80-66 captures the Steel Bowl.
What year was that from?
I'm going to get there.
Anyway,
Okay. This was in the New York Times. Okay. And they didn't give us a date. 1960.
it was a long time ago.
Well, you know.
Over, what was it, six? That's like 60 years ago.
th-
Not to take it away from
you
them.
know what? It was at the Civic Arena, but this is another thing that in 70-58, there was a winning streak that was ended, and it was Duquesne beating Pitt.
Listen.
I'm coming up with
You are doing everything to take away my joy right now. For bringing...
58 upset defeat in 1970 prevented the Dukes from playing and defending their national championship, defeating national champion UCLA in the Steel Bowl. So in 1970, Duquesne beat UCLA. Now, I thought a lot of the Steel Bowl was all Pittsburgh schools.
That is big. Duquesne beating UCLA. I agree.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
But I'm just kind of giving you this background.
Right. Well,
Now, I'm glad I was able to do that for you.
I'm glad you were too. You know, throwing me off my game. All I wanted to talk was pitted Sister Jean, and you won't let me have it today.
Okay, listen. Sister Jean, definitely, I'd like go Sister Jean. I want to see the Ramblers beat Villanova.
I think most basketball fans want to see that.
You know, and it's all in the pizza.
It's all.
Chicago pizza is better than Villanova pizza.
I never had Villanova pizza or pizza from
Now,
Philadelphia.
why are you talking about pizza when I wanted to talk about basketball?
You're the one who brought it up. Why are you doing this right now? I'm trying to give you a dose of my own medicine here. Listen.
All I'm saying is the Ramblers, I wish them the best. And a championship game that would put Villanova and the Ramblers in it would really do my heart good.
With the Ramblers winning it.
Yeah.
And Sister Jean being the NCAA tournament
That
most
would
valuable
do
player.
so much for Catholic basketball.
It really would. I think it'd be really good just for college basketball in general, because how often do you get tired of seeing the same, 6, 7 schools win it all? The
Which
Dukes.
is my point. You never get tired of seeing Notre Dame or Duquesne.
Because Duquesne, wins the NCAA tournament regularly, right?
I
I need to take a break here, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up the show. Actually, our producer found a way just to drain all joy out of me. I didn't think it was possible, but if anyone knows how to do it, it's him. Oh goodness! All right, well that's it for the Cedar Sports Corner. And do I dare ask you for any final thoughts before we call it a night?
My final thoughts are: watch North County baseball. The game of the week on us is going to be really good, and we plan to have great food up there.
I can accept that, and I agree with you. Have a good one, everybody.
A special thanks to the YMCA for caring about the Lawrence County community and providing funding for this program.